Temperatures in the 60s and 70s this week. It's hard to think about snow and freezing temperatures. But the freezing temperatures, snow and ice will be here soon enough. Weather First Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell has your winter weather outlook.
The cooler than average weather late in September into early October brought the fall foliage out early. With the dry conditions for much of the late summer and early fall, the leaves dropped sooner this year. Even as warm fall weather continues into November, we know changes are coming. The Pacific Ocean holds some clues to the larger climate patterns that drive our seasonal weather. Water temperatures are still below average over the equatorial Pacific. La Niña lingers for the third winter in a row.
Only had two other such instances since 1950.
While we may get an idea of trends for December, January, and February, the specifics are more elusive.
The day-to-day is going to vary a lot as we go through. When we look at these winter outlooks, we can't take them for daily forecasts. They are a trend over the entire season.
As it shoves the jet stream farther north, limiting how much cold air we see. Overall, we do expect a slightly warmer winter than average. However, there will be occasional outbreaks of Arctic air. It all hinges around the polar vortex delivering the cold air to our area. During the winter of 2021, December and January were relatively mild. Then the polar vortex unleashed brutal cold for February that spread all the way to Texas. The power grid failed across much of Texas, leaving millions of people in the cold and dark. Our temperatures dropped below zero during that cold snap. Indications are our coldest weather will wait until mid-January into early February.
There's a lot that's still on the table. I will say that we've seen a trend in the past 30 years where our Decembers and Januaries have actually warmed up in comparison to previous years, and we've seen February get significantly colder.
What about rain, snow, and ice? Near or above average precipitation is expected, but we must have the cold air available and a favorable storm track for us to get a good snow.
Our heavy snowfall is happening more often in February than it has in prior years.
That will tie in with the coldest part of our winter. We've had just over a foot of snow for the last two winters, below average. Don't discount the possibility of an impactful winter storm, especially during January into February. But our snow chances look limited again this winter. And if the wavy jet pattern dips to our west, we may also have to keep a severe weather eye out for any volatile weather patterns. As we saw last December, severe weather, including tornadoes, can and does occur during the cold season. And that is definitely something, of course, that we will keep our eyes open for, but we don't see any trends towards that at the moment. Now, here's the official forecast from the Climate Prediction Center for December, January, and February. Warmer than average in the southwest along the Gulf Coast up the east coast. Colder than average to our north and west. Climate Prediction Center says equal odds for the bi-state area, or at least most of it. We think temperatures are going to be about average, maybe slightly above. Now, when we look at the precipitation, the better chance off to the east of St. Louis into the Ohio Valley. This is a little farther east than it was last winter. Again, the odds favor us having less than average or about average precipitation, but not very far off your typical values that you normally would see. Yeah, we'll see. Winter, it's going to feel like it by the